part of the reason I wasn't a huge Kobe fan, and that is Shaquille O'Neal. I have a tremendous amount of respect for Shaquille, especially his career off the court. You guys know he's a commentator. He's also the owner of the Five Guys franchise, but you might not know he owns 155 restaurants in that franchise. He's definitely a businessman that you have to respect.
Very smart. It's like saying, no disrespect, but I'm about to disrespect you.
Well, the shade is coming, people. So just, take sunglasses off because here we go. So Papa John's, we all know the situation that happened with Papa John's. We know that he kind of got beside himself. In 2017, when the Colin Kaepernick situation was happening, he decided to take to the world and say that, the NFL needed to put their foot down because these protests were causing his sales to decline. He then goes into a conference call with his team, with management and with marketing. And then they say, hey, so what are you going to do to distance yourself from kind of this racist undertone? He gets offended. He says, Colonel Sanders called blacks the N-word. And no one ever publicly drug him. So basically he's saying, I want to use the N-word. I want to say that's how I took it. So he goes on to the fake apology we all know very, very well, and then ultimately resigns his post. Nonetheless, Papa John's stock has continued to fall. Their sales have never recovered from that moment in time. Enter Shaq. Shaq is now the first and the only Black board member for Papa John's. He's also going to be owning. He's going to be 30% owner. Papa John's is going to be 70% of 9 restaurants in Atlanta, a predominantly Black area. He's also going to be the ambassador, aka the face of Papa John's. To me, this is a sellout moment.
I understand where Shaq is coming from, because one thing Shaq did mention at his press conference is that, hey, there's a lot of minority owners that took a hit because of one idiot that they had nothing to do with. I mean, case in point, a new franchise, a Papa John's franchise, opened up on Crenshaw in the Crenshaw district way before Papa John's came out with these racist comments. Now, they're supposed to sell their franchise because they're actually starting to make money. That's not fair to them. So I understand Shaq's premise as far as saying, look, I'm here to try to protect the minorities that have been already invested years into their franchises, probably was making money, putting their kids through school or whatever they were using to better their franchises. What I disagree with, I can't call him selling out, because he's trying to change something. He's trying to do something different than what the status quo was not doing nothing at all, just complaining and saying, hey, we're going to protest them and we're going to put these guys out of business. Well, we tend to forget that there are a lot of minority Black owners and brown people that own franchises that are trying to make money.
I mean, I hear what you're saying. I'm not discounting anything that you're saying. He could actually see it like that. However, this is trying to reinvent the wheel. Is basically
How?
Because you're
Instead of turning it into your favor. How?
Because at the end of the day, we have everybody out there who's Black has been Black their whole life. We know how this game goes.
That's breaking news, but yeah.
We know how this game goes. We know that our parents were suffering from this. Their parents were suffering. Like this is not going to change. And so if your premise is let me go because these Black owners are suffering. These people did open these restaurants for, like you say, to better their lives, their children's lives, send their kids through college. Then why not take a different stance? Why not go to them? Why not create your own Black-owned, Black-operated franchise to help these people?
But why do that when you already have something that's established that makes it easier for you to get out there?
Something that's established that has already proven that they do not care about you.
But previously, people didn't know that. It didn't come out until way later. What I'm saying to you is it can change something economically.
Yeah, but economically, the more we have Black ownership, the better economically we are.
Okay, but what I'm also saying is this. You can't start to have any type of Black ownership till you get into the game. You got to get into the game.
Shaq's in the game.
No, I'm talking about these minority owners that ran it.
But I'm saying he's in the game.
Yeah, but
help those who are starting in the game.
And that's what he's doing with this.
By partnering with those who don't give a damn.
Sometimes you have to do what you have to do in order to do what you want to do.
See, I just think that this is one of the reasons our protests don't work. I think this is one of the reasons why we fail as a people, is because we instead of saying, hey, let's focus on us. How can we make this better for us? We say, okay, how can I dance at their table, which they've already shown they don't want me sitting at?